Do not be alarmed. It is only I. I am well. 'Tis you who are in danger. I have a plan, you see. A way out. The loop in your hole. I know what happens when the Archdemon dies. I know a Grey Warden must be sacrificed, and that sacrifice could be you. I have come to tell you that this does not need to be. I offer a way out. A way out for all the Grey Wardens, that there need be no sacrifice. A ritual, performed on the eve of battle, in the dark of night. It is old magic, from a time before the Circle of Magi was created. Some might call it blood magic, but that is but a name. There is far more to fear in this world than names. What I propose is this. Lay with me, here tonight, and from our joining, a child will be conceived. The child will bear the taint, and when the Archdemon is slain, its essence will seek the child like a beacon. At this early stage, the child can absorb that essence and not perish. The Archdemon is still destroyed with no Grey Warden dying in the process. Think about what I offer you. The chance to avoid death. Or better yet, the chance to slay the Archdemon and live as a hero. No Grey Warden has ever done this. In return, I conceive a child. One who will be born with the soul of an old god. After this is done, you allow me to walk away. And you do not follow. Ever. The child will be mine to raise as I wish. It's why I was sent with you by my mother. It's why she saved your life to begin with. Caring for you was not part of the plan, but I cannot let what I feel interfere with what I must do. This is important to me. The fact that it may save your life makes me all the more determined to see it done. Please, do not cloud the issue. If you feel anything for me, then accept that it will make what we must do that much easier. I see. There is, of course, another option. I speak, of course, of Alistair. He is a Grey Warden just as you are, and would also serve for the ritual. The trick, of course, would be to get him to comply. To me, he would not listen, but to you, I think he just might. If you will not even lay with me to save your own life, why not? I care for you and would prefer you to be the father of this child were there 100 Grey Wardens here tonight. But if you will not do it, then I must find another. You will advise him to do so, and because he trusts you more than he would ever trust me, he will comply. Consider the alternative. If Riordan fails, do you think Alistair will hesitate? He will die the hero of Ferelden, Marik's son, and you will be forgotten. If you would rather, consider Zevran. What do you think he would advise if he knew the life of his beloved was at risk? I think you know. You have good reasons to tell him to save his own life if you will not take part in the ritual yourself. Consider carefully. A wise decision. I shall wait here then while you go and speak with Alistair. I urge you to be convincing.
I see you can't sleep either. I also saw Morrigan outside your room earlier, and the look she gave me. Ooh, that was icy even for her. Is something up? This is what I get for becoming king. Everyone always brings you the bad news. So what is it then? Rats running amok? Cheese supplies run low? I can take it. You mean with the archdemon, right? If you mean running away, I can't do that, but you don't mean that, do you? What is this about? Ha ha! Alright, that's pretty funny. Nice way to cut the tension. So, what's really up? Cute. This is payback, right, for all the jokes? But you're not joking. You're actually serious? Wow. Be killed by the archdemon or sleep with Morrigan. How does someone make that kind of choice? You're not actually asking me this, are you? What kind of ritual is this, anyway? What? I must be hearing things, but are you telling me to impregnate Morrigan in some kind of magical sex rite? This child, why would Morrigan want such a thing? Does she want an heir to the throne? Oh, well, that's so much better, don't you think? Here I was, worried about creating another bastard heir, and I didn't even consider that it might also be some dragon god, whatever. Look, even if I was willing to do this, and I'm not saying I am, are you suggesting we trust Morrigan? I don't know. I suppose not. Though the fact that you're willing to send me off to sleep with her doesn't exactly thrill me. No, I can't. I can't do it. You can't ask me to do this, not like this. You know what? You're right. If this does what you say it will, I agree. I'll do it. Oh, where is she? Let's go and get this over with before I change my mind.
'Twould seem your talk is done.
Great. So this isn't a dream after all.
What is it to be, then? Has a decision been reached?
Wait. I want to ask about this child. The one you want.
Interesting. Honesty wouldn't have been my first choice.
I just want to be sure that you're not going to use this against Ferelden. That this bastard child of mine isn't going to show up some year.
Of that, you have my word.
Oh, why don't I feel any better about this? All right. Let's just get this over with.
Let us go somewhere more private, Alistair, and believe me when I say you will not hate this quite so much as you believe.
What's this? I didn't realize that was an option.
A wise decision. Come, my love. Put the thoughts of the ritual aside and let us make this last night together one to remember. I see. There is, of course, another option. I speak, of course, of Logain. He is now a Grey Warden just as you are, and would also suffice for the ritual. The trick, of course, would be to get him to comply. To me, he would not listen, but to you, I think he just might. If you will not even lay with me to save your own life, why not? I care for you, and would prefer you to be the father of this child were there 100 Grey Wardens here tonight. But if you will not do it, then I must find another. Because he is bound to obey you, he will comply. Consider the alternative. If Riordan fails, do you think Loghain will hesitate? He will die, redeemed as the hero he wished to be, rather than the villain he deserves to be. And you? Will they remember you, do you think? Or will you be just another Grey Warden who accompanied the great Loghain? If you would rather, consider Zevran. What do you think he would advise if he knew the life of his beloved was at risk? I think you know. You have good reasons to tell him to save his own life if you will not take part in the ritual yourself. Consider carefully. A wise decision. I shall wait here then while you go and speak with Logain. I urge you to be convincing.
I'm surprised you're still awake. I was also surprised to see the Marsh Witch outside your room earlier, glowering quite intensely even for she. Is something amiss? That is an odd way to begin. Very well. You have my attention. I don't care for the sound of that. What are we talking about exactly? Ah. I will assume that this is not simply for your amusement. This is the way to avoid death you spoke of, yes? A ritual, then? What manner of ritual calls for such an act? A child? With me as the father and the Marsh Witch as the mother? I cannot think of anything more ludicrous, nor why you or she would even be interested in such an outcome. That at least makes some manner of sense. Of course that is what she would want. Even so, none of this is necessary. If Riordan fails, simply let me take that final blow. Let me make amends for what I've done, if it comes to that. I'm not seeking glory or an end to my punishment. I'm thinking only of my duty. Please, I wish no part in this. Do not ask it of me. Perhaps not, but if you are so attached, then why do you not lie with the woman? I find it difficult to believe I'm so special. You could order me to obey you, yet you do not. If this is truly what you think is wise, then I will do as you ask. Let us find the Marsh Witch and do this thing quickly before I change my mind.
'Twould seem your talk is done.
The witch wishes to get right to the point, it seems.
What is it to be, then? Has a decision been reached?
Not so quickly. I have a question about this child that will supposedly be born of this.
Interesting. Honesty wouldn't have been my first choice.
I will do this, only if I can be sure that this child will not be used to plague Ferelden. Honora does not need a little brother to appear and lay a claim on her throne.
The child will never know of its father, and I will never return to Ferelden. That I swear.
I will accept that.
Let us go somewhere more private, Logain. This will not take long at all.
Perhaps I should leave you two alone.
A wise decision. Come, my love. Put the thoughts of the ritual aside and let us make this last night together one to remember.